dead man. See how you like this?
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at some pretty dope side games that you probably missed. Whether it was because of limited advertisement or being released on unpopular consoles, these are 20 spin-off games you didn't play but should. Let's go. Before we continue, we publish content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of our latest videos. Metal Gear Ghost Babel. If the visual novel games like Acid feel a step too far from MGS's gameplay, the Game Boy Color Metal Gear Solid game, aka Metal Gear Ghost Babel, will be much more familiar. Snake is still aided by Colonel Campbell and Mei Ling over the codec, yet it isn't a squished down version of the PS1 classic. It's a separate sequel to the PS1 classic, where Snake returns to the remains of Outer Haven to stop a new group of terrorists and Metal Gear Gander. The game does a great job of combining the gameplay style of the original Metal Gears with Metal Gear Solid's additions. It even has VR missions, which reference a certain new soldier called Jack. Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands is a hidden gem that successfully bridged the classic Sands of Time trilogy with modern action gameplay. It brings back the beloved time rewind mechanic while adding elemental powers that enhance both combat and traversal. Platforming feels fluid and rewarding, with intricate level design that encourages momentum and skill. The story, set between Sands of Time and Wario Within, adds depth to the Prince's arc that we desperately wanted. Though often overlooked, Forgotten Sands delivers some really tight gameplay. Dino Stalker.
A dimensional shift occurred in the Buldinia Republic. This damaged the ecological system of the Cretaceous period.
Light gun games on consoles are meh. During the PlayStation 2 era, Capcom launched the Gun Survivor series, light gun shooters primarily tied to the Resident Evil franchise. Strangely though, they released a Gun Survivor installment for Dino Crisis, a series that was already drifting into obscurity. They also only used the word Dino to connect the two, which feels like not enough, considering how much the word Dino was used in the early 2000s. Dino Bites, Dino Nugs, Robert didn't, Nairo, shut up, I'm funny, f you. While the game received a mixed but generally decent reception, longtime fans worried it signaled a shift away from the core experience. In many ways they were right, because where the hell are all the Dino Crisis games? Tenchu Fatal Shadows. Tenchu Fatal Shadows is set between the original game and Tenchu 3, following Ayami and newcomer Rin as they seek to uncover who was responsible for destroying Rin's village. This is the only entry that wasn't developed by From Software, but don't let that deter you, it's pretty damn good. While the gameplay remained largely familiar to longtime fans, Fatal Shadows failed to impress critics and players alike, ultimately earning a lukewarm 58% on Metacritic and struggling to stand out. But you know who else struggled to stand out? Bob Dylan. And now he's being played by Trevor Chalamet or something. I don't know. I only play video games.
Rin. Futaba! Looks like you're on your own now.
Call of Duty 2 Big Red One.
Man, I can't wait to put this baby to some real use. Get a load of him.
Call of Duty 2 Big Red One stands out as one of the best World War II shooters of its era, delivering a focused and emotionally grounded campaign. Unlike other entries in the series, it tells a cohesive story through the eyes of a single squad, the 1st Infantry Division, creating a stronger connection to the characters. The narration and cutscenes featuring voices from HBO's Band of Brothers adds cinematic weight. Gameplay is tight and intense, with large-scale battles, tank missions, and authentic weaponry. It captures the chaos of war. It was also on the GameCube, which is a nice change. Infamous Festival of Blood.
Beer, please.
Make it 2. On me.
I'm perfectly capable of buying my own beer, thank you.
Good. Glad to hear that. You can get the next round.
Many gamers are familiar with the Infamous series, known for its 3 mainline entries on PlayStation consoles, but back in 2011, a spin-off title was released. Sitting at a solid 78% on Metacritic, Festival of Blood is one of the better received titles in the series, serving more as a side story than a major shift. It feels like an expansion, a DLC, using the second game's map and engine without needing a copy of the second game. The supernatural twist introduced also removes the series' usual karma system, offering a more focused, self-contained experience. It was a solid individual experience that was actually a great way to hook people into the main series, especially with it being offered for free so frequently. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. Set after Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops is a standout PSP entry that follows Naked Snake as he builds his own army. After the success of the third game, it was a dope way to bring the mechanics of this entry to a portable system. The story expands the lore, bridging the gap between Snake Eater and the later Peace Walker, while delivering strong cutscenes and voice acting despite hardware limitations. Combined with portable accessibility and engaging multiplayer, it remains one of the PSP's most impressive stealth titles. Now, admittedly, not as good as Peace Walker, but Peace Walker feels less of a spin-off, but more of a mainline entry. Assassin's Creed Chronicles.
在这里，这里。
The Assassin's Creed Chronicles series offers a refreshing twist on the franchise, translating its stealth, parkour, and assassination gameplay into beautiful 2.5D side-scrolling adventures. Each entry set in China, India, and Russia features a distinctive art style inspired by the culture and history of its setting, making every game feel visually unique. The streamlined mechanics focus on precision, timing, and clever stealth over open-world exploration, appealing to both newcomers and longtime fans. It's a side experience that feels different enough to introduce new types of players. Killzone Liberation.
We have to get back there and assist.
That's the order. Sounds like running to me. Damn it, I need help.
Rico! Hang in there, Rico!
Alright, here's the deal. Killzone Liberation isn't just a solid and polished entry for the PSP, but it's arguably one of the best titles in the Killzone series. Instead of the traditional FPS perspective, it adopts a top-down isometric view, rewarding both quick reflexes and planning. Its challenging gameplay pushes players to think before they shoot and refine their strategies with each mission. Coupled with one of the PSP's most impressive multiplayer modes, it's a true handheld masterpiece, and a masterpiece in general.
I say scum, take them down. Lay down and die, asshole!
Doom RPG. Doom 3 departed from the classic formula and received a mixed reception because of it. So, in order to thrive again, the smart move would be to return to the classic feel. The genius move would be to double down and have it pay off pretty damn well. No one would have thought a turn-based Doom RPG exclusive for mobile phones would be that good, but lo and behold, it's a goddamn gem. Sure, you'll need to view it through the lens of the mid-2000s mobile title, but it stands out as one of the era's best mobile games and a genuinely great RPG. Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Well then, that concludes this audition. We'll contact you individually with your results after some time.
Thank you, sir.
We can't talk about weirdly fun spin-offs without at least one rhythm game being talked about. An often overlooked rhythm game spin-off, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, stands out as frankly fantastic. For those who can't get enough of Persona 4 and its cast after countless hours, it delivers charming character interactions wrapped in a surprisingly engaging story for a rhythm game. It captures the tone and atmosphere of the original game perfectly, except everyone's dancing. Sorry, I had to be sassy for a second, but it's genuinely great. Sadly, it's tough to access today, but not impossible.
Perfect.
Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings. Revenant Wings is technically a sequel to Final Fantasy XII, continuing the game's acclaimed narrative. So why have many people not heard of it? Likely because of everything else surrounding it. Despite its sequel status, it's considered non-canon within the Final Fantasy series. It's a tactical role-playing game that draws similarities to Final Fantasy Tactics, which makes sense with their shared world. It's kind of a throwback to the series' other wonderful spin-off, Tactics, and it works. Wario World. Yes, Mario is gaming's most recognizable icon, but with a franchise spanning over 200 titles, it's not surprising when titles are lesser known or go under the radar entirely. Wario World stands out not because it's obscure, but because it really shouldn't be. It was released globally in 2003 for the GameCube by a well-known studio, but because the GameCube's market struggled and because of the game's short, uneven mix of 3D platforming and combat, it kind of faded away. Now, ignore all the negative things I just said, this game is actually really, really dope. If you can get your hands on it, it will eat away at your time because it's legitimately engaging and legitimately addictive. Daxter.
Forget the rat. The Baron wants him.
Don't worry, Jack! I'll save you before you know it!
The Jak and Daxter series was a staple of PS2 platforming, and in 2006, it received its first spin-off, Daxter. It was also the series' handheld debut. Now, admittedly, the PSP did sell well enough, not as well as the DS or the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy Advance, but well nonetheless. Still, released 2 years into the PSP's lifespan, the game was limited to a very specific audience. Unlike the mainline games that centered on Jak, this portable adventure put his wisecracking sidekick in the lead role. The game offers a mix of missions, 3D platforming, and puzzles, bridging the 2-year gap between the prologue of Jak 2 and its main campaign. It is fantastic.
You've exceeded my expectations. Payment received in full, and I'll be phoning your employer immediately. Now off you go.
Half-Life Blue Shift.
How's it going? Here you go, Calhoun.
There is no more fun spin-off trope than experiencing a game you know and love through the perspective of a different character, and Half-Life Blue Shift stands out for offering a fresh perspective on the first game's events by putting players in the shoes of Barney Calhoun, a Black Mesa security guard. While shorter than Half-Life, it's tightly paced with polished level design and no filler. For fans, it's a compact, satisfying return to Black Mesa that enriches the Half-Life universe. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. The PSP had a dope entry in the Kingdom Hearts series, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and for a lot of the same reasons as Chain of Memories, particularly jumping ship to a different system, the game went far more underplayed than the main entries. Retaining the franchise's fast-paced, action-heavy hack-and-slash style, the game offered a unique narrative structure, splitting its story across 3 playable characters, Terra, Aqua, and Ventus, each with their own perspective. This game gave us a game that felt just like the main entries, and it's one of the best.
What's gotten into you? How do I know that you're Terra? And not the weakness that's in my heart, playing more tricks? Then, please say something.
Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes.
Hey, wake up! Ugh, how many times must we do this? Get up already!
Building on the world and characters of Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes is a masterful blend of Musou-style action and Fire Emblem's signature tactical depth. It offers an alternate storyline where familiar faces take unexpected paths, adding a fresh perspective for fans. Combat is fast, flashy, and immensely satisfying. The game balances high-octane action and thoughtful relationship building, rewarding players for investing in their army both on and off the field. It's a well-rounded experience, and it's on the Switch, instead of some obscure side console.
I won't let you down.
Uncharted Golden Abyss.
You're a dead man! See how you like this?
It's no surprise the PlayStation Vita was not a success. It was undersold and, frankly, also undervalued. Because of this, there are a lot of spin-off gems that went underplayed. One of these games was Uncharted Golden Abyss, a fantastic and visually stunning game that deserves a second life on modern consoles, as letting it fade into obscurity would just be a tragedy. It plays and functions just like the main series, except you could play it on the go. The plot takes place before the events of the first game, making it totally unnecessary in the grand scheme of things, but it still should be.
Let me see. Right here. Relax. It's turquoise. It's a glyph of some kind. Style matches the symbol at the rope bridge.
Glyph Schmiff. You know what this thing is worth? It's just the beginning. Come on, this way.
God of War Chains of Olympus. Remember all that stuff I said 20 seconds ago about the PS Vita? Yeah, God of War Chains of Olympus. Players once again step into the role of Kratos, facing off against hordes of legendary creatures from Greek mythology in thrilling, large-scale encounters. Crowned PSP Game of the Year in 2008, it delivered an experience on par with its mainline console counterparts, showcasing jaw-dropping visuals and impressive scope, especially for a handheld spin-off. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. As one of the most iconic RPG franchises in history, Final Fantasy hardly needs an introduction. But because of this, some entries are gonna fall to the wayside, and unfortunately, Crisis Core is only the 50th best-selling Square Enix game, falling well below almost all Final Fantasy entries. Set 7 years before the events of the original Final Fantasy VII, the story follows Zack Fair on his journey to locate missing members of the elite soldier unit. While its action RPG gameplay felt familiar to fans, the real highlight was experiencing such a rich, console-quality adventure entirely on the go. For both Final Fantasy and PSP enthusiasts, it's an unforgettable spin-off, and now that it's been re-released on modern consoles, it can finally get the love it deserves. Which of these spin-off games have you been sleeping on? Let us know down in the comments.